Make a hot cuppa and relax. It's Afternoon Karak with Aisha Al-Mazmi and Mikhail Atiyah
on Pulse 95.
Yes, it is Wednesday, my favorite day of the week, and welcome to the Afternoon Karak with myself, Aisha Al-Mazmi, one half of the Dream Team, still running solo for the next couple of days, and then very soon, Mikhail Atiyah will be joining us, and the Dream Team will be reunited. So today, you've got some nice announcements, something that we've been talking about on the Afternoon Karak for quite a while. There has been rumors here and there about Furiosa, which is going to be the prequel to Mad Max Fury Road, as everything has been confirmed. Not the entire cast, but the main character, being Furiosa, has finally been cast. Another story, we know we have to put in a rumor, and it always usually is all about Marvel, so we're back at it again with another Marvel rumor. This one is about the MCU's Miles Morales. Miles Morales is one version of Spider-Man. He is the newest Spider-Man from a couple of years ago when he was first introduced. And the reason why he is so big is because he is African American and also Latino. So he's Afro-Latino, and that is such a big thing and a massive representation. And apparently he might have been cast for the MCU. And also I spoke about Ghost of Tsushima's newest patch. I'm going to be talking more about it, more in depth, and of course a celebration, because what is the Afternoon Karak without a celebration? And it's a really good one. We celebrated it last year, but what's wrong with celebrating it again? Because again, it's a really big thing. It's something a lot of us like, so stay tuned for that. Let's talk about it. Let's chat about it. Text me 4215 Ittisalat or slide into our DMs at Pulse 95 Radio on Instagram, on Twitter, Facebook, and also live on YouTube. Right now we are streaming, again, same handle at Pulse 95 Radio. Join me on the Afternoon Karak, your number one source for entertainment and lots of fun right here in Sharjah. So stay tuned for that and much more right here on Pulse 95.
Pulse 95.
A couple of months ago, actually for the past couple of months, I wouldn't even say, we said it once. We've been talking about Mad Max Fury Road's prequel and how it's in the works by George Miller, and how there is a good chance that Anya Taylor-Joy will be cast as a young Furiosa, because that is what the story is going to be about, and that they opted out of doing de-aging or something like that. They prefer doing this instead. And again, lo and behold, it's been confirmed officially last night that yes, we are getting Anya as young Furiosa. That is making me really happy. One, I'm a massive fan of Anya, not because of her latest movie, but the movie right before it, which was called Emma. And I did speak about Emma, and I've been hyping it up all year round, especially after watching it a couple of months ago, way before the pandemic. It feels like such a long time ago. It is kind of. It was back in February. In fact, Emma was the last movie I watched in the cinema. At least Mikhail went and watched Tenet. I did not go to the cinema since I watched Emma back in February. But at least I have such fond and nice memories from my last cinema outing. And Emma, or at least Anya herself, she left like some sort of something in me after I left that theater, because it just literally made me a massive fan of hers just from watching this one movie. She was just fantastic. Her acting was immaculate. So again, guys, if you haven't watched Emma, you should be watching Emma. Even if you're not into period dramas, you should be watching Emma. I need like 5 dirhams for every time I said Emma in the past 30 seconds. But for the one last time, Emma, an adaptation of Jane Austen's novel. It's one of the many adaptations of this particular novel, but this one in particular. was just fantastic and a whole delight to watch. So seeing her, that she is going to be playing the main role of Furiosa, just again made me incredibly excited. She also, I think that her breakout role was when she played the main character in The Witch, and they also did announce that alongside Anya, we're going to be getting Chris Hemsworth and Yahya Abdul-Mateen as her co-stars. We have no idea who they're going to be playing. Obviously, I know I'm saying obviously as if it's a given, but I'd say I'm 100% sure Chris Hemsworth is not going to be Mad Max himself, because obviously they get introduced to each other in Mad Max Fury Road. This is all about the prequel. It's all about Furiosa becoming who she is in that movie, in the second movie that we watched all the way back in 2015. As for Yahya Abdul-Mateen as well, we have no idea who's going to be playing, but I'm pretty sure whoever they're going to be playing, it's going to be exciting to watch. Like, this is basically one of those dream casts you ever dream of. You go like, yes, if I had a dream cast for Furiosa, it's going to be those three. And I think they all tick all these boxes because they're just fantastic as they are. Again, all we all know about this movie is that's going to fill out more of Furiosa's story, because at the start of Fury Road, Furiosa had already risen as Immortan Joe's soldiers, as one of the main ones, one of his henchmen or henchwomen. But here, it just shows her when she is much younger, and she's working her way through the ranks, and maybe like, how did she become Furiosa? What is her backstory? Because if you remember watching the movie back in 2015, 2016, or if you watched it lately, of course, you guys can remember that she had a very big role in protecting Immortan Joe's wives, and she had some sort of connection to them, and also about how at the end of the movie, now again, it's going to spoiler territory, so if you haven't watched it yet, I'm really sorry, about how at the end of it, when she met those women who basically knew her and they recognized her. So we want to know more about these women. Where did Furiosa come from? And it also will tell us more about the entire world in this post-apocalyptic scenery and all that. So it's making me really excited about this new iteration of George Miller's Mad Max. And again, George Miller could not have been any more perfect, since that previous movie was his vision, so he can easily think out or draw out something for Furiosa that also would complement the story of Mad Max Fury Road. When that movie is going to come out, I don't know, but I'm excited until it does. And I would like to know. Text me 4215 with Salat or do. What do you think of this cast? Is it your dream cast as well? I'm going to be taking a break, and coming up next is a Marvel rumor, another Spider rumor. So stay tuned for that.
Speculation, gossip, or hoax. Rumor has it
that, okay, so the rumor from a couple of weeks ago was that we are getting Tobey Maguire's Peter Parker. We are getting Andrew Garfield's Peter Parker, and of course Tom Holland's Peter Parker, all appearing together in the upcoming Spider-Man 3 movie. Now, there is another rumor that we're getting one more Spider-Man, and that is Miles Morales. For the people who don't know who Miles Morales is another Spider-Man. He's not Peter Parker, obviously. His name is Miles. And the reason why he took everybody by a storm and, was one of many people's favorites, I could easily say that, is because one, he is a younger Spider-Man, and he also happens to be Afro-Latino, which means that he is African or African-American heritage, and that he's also Latino as well. And he's just adorable, and even his entire getup is very different. He is actually the opposite colors of Spider-Man. Spider-Man has, he has blue and red, but also has black in his costume. However, Miles has the opposite. He has a black costume with red and white. And if you guys have watched Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse, Sony's animated movie, that was fantastic. One of my favorite movies of the past decade. It is fun for everyone, fun for everybody from all ages. And it kind of gave us a glimpse of what could happen if we can have some sort of Spider-Verse, and perhaps Marvel Studios and Disney just got some sort of inspiration from it, because this, if anything, this indicates that we're probably going to have a very refined Spider-Verse into the MCU. Now, according to this rumor, first of all, we're getting Miles into the MCU. That's the first part of the rumor. And according to this source, they say that their source is quite reliable, because this report is coming from MCUcosmics.com. Again, it's their claim, and they reportedly, according to them, I cannot stress this enough, according to them, their source is incredibly reliable, and that they are definitely going to be getting Miles in the next Spider-Man movie. And the source just happened to be the same person who said it's going to be a Peacemaker series from DC. So again, according to them, they're reliable, and they do have a good track record as far as we know. Now, the second part of the rumor says that he has already been cast. Now, that one took me by surprise, because I don't think we've heard any rumor or anybody talking about the fact that we might be getting Miles in the first place. So hearing that, hey, one, we're getting Miles in the MCU. Two, he's already been cast and he's ready to appear in the next movie. Now, that is exciting. I know I've been saying exciting throughout the entire day, but truly, this just made the entire whole idea of a Spider-Verse even more compelling and more interesting, added more dimensions to it. And it could also tell us that, all right, we do know that the other Spider-Men are from different universes. But what if Miles could be from the same MCU universe? It's just that the only difference is that we're just getting introduced to him. So there's two bits to it. It could be either way. It could either be, again, from a different universe, from a different dimension, or he could also be officially from the MCU, and we could have two Spider-Mans in the next couple of phases. That would be super exciting and super cool. Again, many ideas. We just need to wait and see whenever the movie comes out. As far as we know, it's going to go into filming very, very soon. I believe they already started as well. All these Marvel movies are slowly getting into track. We're going to get them very soon. The wheels are spinning, and so are my heartstrings. They're being tugged on. I'm so happy about this. And also, just to add to what we're talking about, the MCU and Marvel Studios, Disney Plus has officially announced that we are going to be getting WandaVision at the end of November, on the 27th of November. So that's not too far away. That's a bit over a month away. We expected WandaVision to come out in December, but it has been brought forward a little bit. And I think it has to do with the whole idea that Disney Plus does not release the entire season, but rather they would release one episode per week. So if they're releasing, I'm going to say, I don't know, maybe 8 or 10 episodes. So they need 8 or 10 weeks in a row. And for that to work, it also has to be in conjunction with whatever next MCU movie or TV show that's going to be coming up. And I believe that is going to be the Falcon and Winter Soldier that has already been pushed back so many times. And Mikhail and I do have a small wager that we both have been betting that, well, I think that it's going to stay where it is. However, Mikhail says that it's going to be pushed even further, maybe even after Scarlett Johansson's movie Black Widow. You can join in with the wager. Tell us, do you think that the Winter Soldier and Falcon is going to stay where it is, or are they going to push it back even further beyond the date that we were promised? Text me 4215, it's a lot or do, and join the excitement of having another Spider-Man in the MCU. Coming up next, another cool story, so stay tuned for that and much more right here on the Afternoon Karak.
This is Pulse 95.
Earlier this week, I was talking about Among Us and how the developers are thinking of ways of trying to spice things up, and they realized that the ghost mode, or whenever you're dead, when you turn into a ghost, the game instantly becomes incredibly boring. So they're trying to find ways to enhance that and make it more fun for everybody. During that Twitch stream, they were talking about the idea of probably adding a guardian angel, which is super cool. They're not too sure about what it's going to be doing or how they're going to incorporate it, but they're in the works and they're talking about it and thinking about it. And during that talk, I did mention that Ghost of Tsushima and their upcoming patch coming on the 16th of October, so in 2 days only, patch 101 is going to include petting and recruiting dogs. I know the fact that we had foxes drove everybody insane. It was literally the highlight of a lot of people's playthroughs. But apparently now, when you finish the first playthrough in Game Plus, which is what is usually called when you're done with the game, and you can replay the game all over again, or perhaps continue it depending on the game, here you can actually recruit them and pet them as well. First of all, you will need to add a charm called the Charm of Canine Recruitment that will allow you to take these dogs as your allies. And as I mentioned, this is not going to be added to the first playthrough, so that means you need to wait until you're completely done with the game for you to be able to enjoy this feature. And to some people that might be strange. Why would you rather add that to the Game Plus rather than the first playthrough? And to that, again, it goes back to the whole idea of trying to increase the longevity of your game. You want those people to come back and play the game again. A lot of times, when somebody plays a game once, I'm one of those people included, you're done with the game, you have enjoyed it, that is it, you just move on. However, I think they want to try to basically get all these people who played the game once, like, hey, you want to experience the game in a different way, besides wanting to finish all your side quests. Maybe you're not a completionist like some people are, because completionists, I'm going to say, there aren't that many of them because it requires a lot of hard work. So imagine trying to finish this already really expansive game. So this is a chance to get those casual players who enjoyed the game the first time, or the ones who would rather want to maybe chill or maybe try out something new in this game and be like, hey, here's a new option for you. In addition, patch 101 is also going to be including the co-op mode they promised everybody, which includes mode for both 2 and 4 players. So again, it's super smart of Sucker Punch to add all these new features into New Game Plus, because again, they want to get people to keep on playing this game. They don't want it to be a game you play once only and then just put it or shove it into the pile of games you've played and completed lately. They want you to keep on revisiting the game. And this is only the first patch, so imagine all the upcoming patches and the ideas, and the fact that they use dogs to their advantage is incredibly smart. They noticed that people were going crazy over foxes. So imagine what would happen if they included man's or women's or everybody, human's best friend, that is dogs. A lot of people would love that, and that is for sure. It's actually making me even consider replaying the game whenever I finish it first. But if you already finished the game, because it's not a very long one, you can enjoy it very soon on the 16th of October. That is Friday, which means that, Mikhail, if you're tuning in right now, get ready for the 16th of October so you can try out this game. Maybe give us a small mini review when you're back very soon, inshallah. And with that, we end our hour right here on the Afternoon Karak. Don't worry, guys, I won't be missing you for the next 12 hours, and 24 hours. God, we don't have a show at 4 a.m. in 24 hours, and I'll be back same time, same vibes from 4 p.m. to 5 p.m. to continue all this fun and entertainment and, just chatting and whatnot. But to continue those fun vibes, we have Yalla Home, Big House, Anna Schofield coming up next from 5 to 8, only here on Pulse 95. And here is a song, one of my favorite jams over the summer, Rina Sawayama, XS.
If you liked this episode of Afternoon Karak, drop a like and subscribe.
Pulse 95.
Be sure to follow us on Instagram for all our daily updates and top stories.